welcome to Disney Movie Investigation. If this is your first time, welcome. Each week we take a look at a movie that is featured on Disney+. We take a look at how it got made, some interesting trivia along the way, as well as future projects that were a result of the movie, such as theme park attractions, sequels, or television series. This week we're continuing our exploration on the movies that are featured of part of Disney Star, and we are taking a look at the movie starring Antonio Banderas, The 13th Warrior. We take a look at the 2-year journey to get the film onto the big screen, the changing of a veteran director with a novice director, and why this was the biggest bomb of 1999. And if you are enjoying these videos, I do ask that you please hit that subscribe button. That way you'll never miss one of our amazing videos. So sit back and enjoy this episode of Disney Movie Investigation. So like I said, the movie that we're looking at today is The 13th Warrior. This movie was released on August 27th, 1999 and directed by John McTiernan. And it was based on the book Eaters of the Dead by Michael Crichton. And this was a Touchstone Pictures production, which is a division of the Walt Disney Company. The budget for this movie was $160 million, and unfortunately it suffered a big loss, with only garnering $61 million in ticket sales. So a $100 million loss. So the movie was originally titled Eaters of the Dead, and production began in the summer of 1997. The film went through extensive reshoots because of bad reactions from test audiences. John McTiernan wanted nothing to do with the reshoots, so Michael Crichton would take over as director for the reshoots, and this caused the film to be delayed by over a year. The film was then recut, and they hired a new composer to do the score. So Jerry Goldsmith replaced Guillaume Ravel, and then unfortunately none of these changes really helped the movie, as it ended up being the biggest bomb of 1999, coming up with a loss of nearly $100 million. The film also had going against it that it was competing directly with the movie The Sixth Sense, which became a cultural phenomenon at the time. So in terms of the cast, we have Antonio Banderas, who plays Ahmed Ibn Fadan, Diane Venora, who plays Queen Wilu, and Omar Sharif, that plays Melzdek. So in terms of the plot, a man having fallen in love with the wrong woman is sent by the Sultan himself on a diplomatic mission to a distant land as an ambassador. Stopping at a Viking village port to restock on supplies, he finds himself unwittingly embroiled in a quest to banish a mysterious threat in a distant Viking land. Him being the 13th warrior, with the Vikings heading up the other 12 warriors. So final thoughts. So the film has great action scenes. There are several of them, especially with the Viking warriors. Antonio Banderas, unfortunately, is the only character that is memorable. Unfortunately, the story is just really not engaging, and the character development is bland, with no development of an antagonist, and the rest of the characters are just generic. The story just is not engaging. It's about 2 hours long, and it just seems to drag on really throughout the entire 2 hours. Overall, the movie is quite forgettable. It's just generic action scenes, no plot. The action scenes are memorable, don't get me wrong, but it's just overall generic and not anything that leaves the audience wanting more. I think the main reasons that the movie was a financial disaster, there's 2 reasons. The lack of engaging story and the reshoots did not help. They redid the ending, and I don't think it makes the film any better. The other reason is it was against The Sixth Sense, which really took off, like I said, as a cultural phenomenon. And that was a sleeper hit, and everyone was talking about that movie. So I just think it just had bad luck mixed with a bad story. So this video is going to be short because there's nothing really to talk about with this movie. Disney kind of took it as a write-off, and they obviously weren't going to do anything with this movie, being that it lost $100 million. So thank you for joining us on Disney Movie Investigation for this short video. I asked the listeners if you guys have seen The 13th Warrior. What did you think of it? Did you find it enjoyable? Or why do you think the movie bombed so badly? Please let me know in the comments. That'd be great. So our next video, we're going to be looking at our March musical bonus poll. And if you recall, we were looking at musical movies. And so the winner of the poll was Moulin Rouge. So we will do a deep dive next week into the film Moulin Rouge. So until next time, thank you for joining and have a great day. Bye-bye.